Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie.
Hey, good morning. I'm Candace.
And we are full-time eBay resellers, and we do YouTube and we do other stuff. We have a bunch of irons in the fire, as most of y'all probably know. If you're new here, welcome. We do have a good question from a viewer today that we wanted to cover at the beginning of the video.
Yep, switching things up a bit.
What we got, Candace?
Mary Stevenson wants to know, do you allow customers to make offers on your listed items?
That is a short and simple question. It's a very good question. It is for me, it's very complicated. I want to hear what Candace's thoughts are, and I won't interrupt, I promise. What are your thoughts, Candace, on best offer?
So we don't turn on best offer in our listings. Now, we do have people contact us through the eBay messaging system offering lower prices. Generally, we do not accept unless the item's been sitting a while. That's a loose generalization there. Or if they're wanting to bundle some items, it just depends on the situation. But yeah, whenever we're doing the listing, we do not turn on best offer. That's what I have to say about that.
Okay, Forrest. So I didn't interrupt. Yeah, because whenever I get Candace's input, I often will interrupt in the middle of her answer, and then I throw her off and me off. I agree with what Candace said right there. So when I first started, before Candace came around, I first started getting serious about selling on eBay. I had best offer turned on everything, whether it was $200, weren't a whole lot of items like that back then. Or even if it was like $15, I just like default mode, best offer on. And let me tell y'all, like I didn't have a ton of items up at that point and not the best stuff. But even with a small inventory and not great items, I was getting just a ton of best offers it would be like 10 best offers. And I know that with best offers, you can set the parameters of, at least this, and auto accepted this and auto rejected this number. I didn't do that, and I was constantly barraged with offers, and it would be at all times of day, and it made me feel. There are a few reasons I don't like best offer. It made me feel like I was never off the clock, ever. And I know as an eBay reseller, you really aren't ever off the clock because you can always get messages and things like that. And it's always kind of in the back of your head. And really it's more of a lifestyle than a job anyway, when it comes down to it. It's not a clock in, clock out kind of thing. But I found it made life very noisy off the clock. And also, even on the clock, if I'm working and then I get interrupted by a best offer coming in, and best offer is almost never as clear cut as they make an offer and you accept and then they pay and it's over with. Usually it's they make an offer and you counter and then they counter and then you reject and they make another offer and then you counter and they accept, or then there's words back and forth, and then after it's over with, they're like, oh, I didn't know that didn't include shipping, even though it says it doesn't include shipping. It's just a whole bunch of back and forth rigmarole, and for the most part, I found it's better just to turn all that rigmarole off, get some quiet, and just be able to work peacefully, because those are interruptions during the day. Again, like Candace said, general terms, very general terms. The problems I have with best offer on top of that are, I think whenever you list something with best offer, you're telling people that you aren't confident in your item, you aren't confident in your price, and you're willing to work with. To me, if I see best offer, if I don't make a best offer, then I feel like I'm not getting the right price. I feel like if somebody has best offer, I have to make a best offer. I don't want to just buy it outright. Another thing I don't love about best offer is I know that a lot of people this is more prevalent probably on like Poshmark and some other places like that. A lot of people start their price higher because they anticipate offers coming in, which means now that their price is higher than what it should be, quote unquote, there's almost zero chance they're going to sell it at that price. I'm not saying all the time. I know it happens, but
I see that on Mercari a lot. Like everything is bumped up in price because they just expect you to offer less.
right.
Yeah.
So why not just make it market price and skip
your lowest price you'll take?
And I understand that, like, especially I know on Poshmark, we're not that familiar with it, but what I do know about Poshmark, basically everything gets sold with an offer there. So every single purchase is made. It's this back and forth communication and stuff. It's almost like it takes some of the benefit of selling online away, to where it's like you have to do all this stuff just to make the sale, instead of just pricing it and they buy it or not buy it. So I know that best offer is great to get stuff sold. So I'm not like completely against it, but those are the reasons I don't like it. Now, obviously the reasons I do like it, it can help you, it can help start a line of communication. Like if you have a lot of that same item, maybe then, that can start a conversation. Hey, I won't take it for that, but I have 10 more of those and I'll do X amount if you buy them all. And then that might start, it is good to start communication sometime. I remember I had a conversation with Ronnie Hart probably 3 years ago or so. Heart Pickers on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And he sells mostly like high-end clothing, okay? And I was complaining about, I was like, man, I keep getting like interrupted all day, and this is when I had best offer on everything. I'm like, man, I just keep getting interrupted all day. It's such a pain. Like, look, man, I had this price at $15 and they offer me $8. That's BS. And he's like, dude, I don't do best offer on anything valued less than 20. I don't remember what the number was, $25, right? And I was like, wait a second, that's smart. Why am I spending all this time messing with these? Like, I don't mind selling low value items, but I want it to be clean. I want it to be list, they buy, I pack, it's gone, and that's it for the most part, unless you have a problem or something, a rare problem. And he's like, dude, I don't mess with best offer on anything less than X. And I think that's probably some of the best advice I've ever gotten concerning that topic. Is in general, I would say for most people, pick a number that you wouldn't mind having some communication and putting some time into the actual sale. And whether some people that might be $100, some people that might be $1,000, some people that might be $30, whatever that number is. And below that, just price it and wait it out. And then, maybe use, like, for slower moving stuff, I think that markdown sales might be a more effective and better use of time. Now, when we do take offers, like I did this just the other day, Candace didn't know, but
yeah.
When the times when I do take offers, I love it when somebody says, like, sends us a message and they say, hey, will you take we had some books,
the mango drawing books.
Yeah, we had like a lot of 4 or 5 books that we had like a couple of bucks into from a garage sale. We had them priced, Candace listed them, we had them priced at $23.99 plus shipping. Mm-hmm. And they sent a really short, succinct message that said, will you take 20? And I'm like, well, 20, $23.99. Oh, yeah, sounds good. We got $2, still a lot of profit. And they made it really easy. I know there's not like more to this conversation. It's not like an ongoing dialogue. And I simply hit reply with offer, put in 20, and then about 5 minutes later, they accepted, paid, and I shipped the next day. I can handle that. I like that kind of thing. I don't like the thing, hey, what is your best price? Can you do better? Or then, the low ball offer is just, like, even now, like, after I've been doing this for a while, low ball offers still kind of piss me off. Even though I'm a low baller at times too when I'm buying. When I'm selling something for $10, I don't really want to talk about it much. You buy it or don't buy it or move on, right? Like, so I like the only offers we usually do right now is via messaging. If somebody says, hey, will you take X? And it's like a binary yes, no kind of thing. I don't mind doing that.
I I don't even remember what the item was. It was something that had just got listed like the day before, and someone messaged asking about lowering the price, and I'm like, no, but generally if something is still available after a few months, it'll go on sale, so keep an eye on it.
Right.
So,
Right. I mean, and sometimes they'll go ahead and buy it at full price. A lot of times not, but it also depends. Like I would say over the past year running like this, we have had sales that we've been satisfied with. Like we haven't felt like, oh my gosh, sales are so slow. We need more sales. If our sales were really in the tank, you can take everything I just said and throw it out the window. I'd be marking stuff down. I'd be doing best offer. I'd be doing everything I had to do to get the stuff sold. So it doesn't necessarily apply if sales are just tanked,
yeah.
if that makes sense. But I'm just telling you, like the situation we've been in for the past,
What works for us?
yeah, actually 2 to 3 years, I find it's better to just run the markdown sales to clear out stuff and not get involved in too much communication, you know. So that's my thoughts on best offer. It's worked so far. Everybody, you know, different niches are going to have different opinions too. Like clothing sellers, that might, even on eBay, that might be a space where best offer is customary, right? And you know, maybe you would have to get involved with, I don't even know if that's a fact or not, but you might have to get more involved with best offer. And, you know, it's a very saturated type category. So you might have to be more aggressive about getting that stuff sold. So it's not like this isn't necessarily a one size fits all kind of answer. It's just this answer fits what we're doing. So I would be very curious though to know how all of y'all handle best offers. I know a lot of people take them, and it feels like to me, I think people that take best offer on everything, I think in general, they're probably losing a lot of money because of that. I really think that. Like that's just in general, I think you're probably kind of undercutting yourself for no reason. I think eBay you got to have good items, and you got to have a good work ethic. You got to list a lot, and you got to have some patience. Like, if it's a good item, it matters the item too. I'm going to keep on talking.
And that's all he has to say about that.
No, I'm not done yet. If it's highly desirable things, like if it's say TI-84 Silver Edition calculator, right? That has a market price. They sell like really quickly. They sell all the time. It's not a hard item to sell. You should never take a best offer on something like that. Video games, it depends. Like if you're selling like some hot titles, you should never take best offers on those. And then other stuff like if somebody said, hey, Lonnie, I want to buy 10 of these that I have almost nothing into. I want to buy 10 of these and I want to pay 70% of your asking. I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's good, because these are not hot items. They're going to take a while. Or somebody, I think not too long ago, somebody made an offer on like 6 or 7 collector plates. I'd be stupid not to take a reasonable offer on, you know, multiple collector plates to move them, because these are not hot sellers. But stuff that is, then I wouldn't even consider it. So like, yeah, you could sell it maybe you could sell some calculator for $40 right now by taking an offer today. Or you could sell it for $43 by waiting 1 week and just letting it sell at its listed price. Well, I say waiting the week for extra $3 is worth it. You ain't gonna beat that rate of return if you're confident in your pricing your item. So what do y'all think about this? Do y'all think I'm full of it? Like, how do you handle best offers, or do you agree with me on this? I'm very curious. This ought to make for a pretty good comment section. But let's go pull some orders, Candace.
Okay.
Do have a starting lineup going out figure. It's an SU3 here. Wherever the heck that is. It is Right here. So what I would like to do is put them all in this kind of box, these bankers boxes, because these are strong and they have good lids and they stack better than these paper boxes. But for right now, this is what I have. And it's not great, but it's better than what I was doing, which I had these in storage, and I would have to actually go to storage to pick these up. There's a cobweb on here, jeez. All right, so I'm pulling Gary Sheffield number SL71. The way I have these stored is, here we go. Gary Sheffield SL71. The way I have these stored is by box, as you see, SU whatever, SU1 through SU9, and then within each box I also have an inventory number attached to each one of the starting lineup figures too. So that was kind of a pain in the butt getting that one out of that box, but it beats having to go to storage to pick them up. So have a few other things in storage too, and we may be moving those back in here too. Okay, we sold a lunchbox. It's this one right here, as a matter of fact. Speed Buggy. This sold for $50 plus shipping on top. Then on 4D, here we go. We sold a maggot, G.I. Joe maggot part for a vehicle. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. Then from 5 Delta, sold one of these auto assist grab bars. Have 2 of those left. This is a quantity listing. This came from an HBA buy, and we paid $2.50 for it, and we sold it for $6.99 plus ship. Okay, on 9 Charlie, which is actually one of the shells we have not inventoried yet, we have a Juggernaut versus somebody. Yeah, Juggernaut versus Cyclops. This sold for $11.04. There's actually one more item on that order. And on 9 Bravo is the other part of that order, which is a Domino. Is this Domino right here? Yes, this is Domino. This figure sold for $8.49. You can see it still has the KB Toy Store price tag of $7.99 on it. All right, 10 Charlie. We sold a, right here, Jax and Daxter. Yeah, this. Have 2 of them. Sold Delta. This one right here. Put letters on it to distinguish which one it is. This one is complete with the map. Anyway, this is $11.69 plus shipping on top. Do have my little mini heater running. Tiger drawer. We sold some Anti-Snoring Aid. All the way back here. It's called Mute. Breathe more, snore less, sleep better. This sold for $19.99 plus shipping on top. This is from the HBA stuff too. 6 Delta sold this 2-pack. Here we go. Of Zarbee's cough syrup. $10.99 plus shipping for that. Okay, I just pulled 3 comics for an order out of this box, and here they are. We have a Warrior Nun Ariala #1. And we have a Shade the Changing Man, 2 of those. We have a #2 and a #3. These are both 35-cent comics. They're a little older. Pretty nice condition though. And they're in these are the Mylar protectors on these 2. This one is a regular bag here. But that total order comes up to $37.94 plus shipping on top. And these will be going in a Gemini comic mailer like this. Okay, from this drawer right, or shelf, not drawer. From this shelf we have a binder. It has some press photos in it. And actually, I need to sell this binder too, because it's got all these NBC peacocks and logos and whatnot on it. It's kind of cool. What does it say? I never read this side of this. Affiliate Services Manual. This is NBC at the bottom. But, I mean, which one am I looking for here? I'm gonna look at that. Look at the screen again. I think that's the show Soap. I hated that show when I was a kid. That was a good movie. Cape Fear. Oh my gosh. Let's see, which one do I need here? Shatner 2. Okay, so it should be right up here. Should be this. Yeah, right here. Space, the Final Frontier. And I'm gonna put it in a protector and then ship it in a comic mailer. That's sold for seven and change. And it's glossy. It's printed on photo paper. It's like a glossy photo. Copyright 91 by Paramount Pictures. So that was when, I guess, this promo was going up. Oh, this is from Next Generation. That's why. Okay, we're going to 1B right here. S92 is what we're looking for. Some of these I did not put back in quite the right order, so hopefully I can find it. I need to go through and put everything back in order again. Because I was doing... I pulled them all out, and Candace is calling them out kind of out of order. Because that's how they were showing up on the screen. We talked about that the other day. But anyway, this Josh Beckett card sold for $8.49 plus shipping on top. All right, 5 Charlie S105. It's the next one. Oh, these are way out of order. I need to put all these in order. This is bad. S. Okay, I don't have any S's over here. S105. Here we go. Robert Meacham. This sold for some amount. It's another BCCG. $6.79 plus shipping for that. And these cannot go standard envelope, eBay standard envelope rate, because they're in not top loaders. They're in these clamshells. They're in these slabs. So the slabs cannot go standard envelope. 7 Charlie sold a Sporty Craig doll. I think it's this guy right here. Sporty Craig is naked, but he's got like some pajamas or something in there with him. I think this is him. Yeah, that's him. Sporty Craig fashion clone doll. Oh, this is a Sears doll. $17.99 plus shipping on top for Craig. Sporty Craig. 8 Delta. Supposed to have some colored pencils, and I do. It's a whole stack of them. 12 packs of erasable colored pencils. These sold for $21.24 plus shipping on top. Got these at a garage sale, real cheap. Big bulk deal of pencils. 3 Bravo sold a Strong's exhaustive concordance of the Bible. That's an odd adjective to use for a book. Exhaustive. Hey, do you want to read this book? It's exhaustive. But that's sold for $8.99 plus shipping on top. Could get another card. 5CS71. Before next video, I will have these in order, because they ain't in order right now. Jeez. S71 is Marion Butts. A weird order they're in. This sold for the amount of money shown on the screen there. 7 Bravo, we sold a Mysterio. This must be him right here. Yeah, a pretty good sale. He sold for 20 something. What did he sell for? $22.49 plus shipping on top for him. 5 Echo. Way down here. Black mask. Chest piece with the comic book thing. That's Power Girl. And this hopefully is Black Mask. It is. This sold for $17.99 plus shipping on top. one more thing. 8 Charlie sold a Barbie Knitting Jar. Candace got this at an estate sale for a few dollars. I don't remember exactly how much. It's just the can or whatever. It's nothing else. Knitting for Barbie. Simple step. Okay, it's a little kit, includes easy knit needles, wool, and illustrated directions. This sold for $26.99 plus shipping on top. It's just a hole in the top of the can. Oh, I guess that's for the yarn to come out, right? Well, that's everything that's sold, y'all. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks a bunch for joining us today, and we will see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.